This is the Bay Area's news station. KRON 4 News starts now with breaking news.
Breaking news tonight at 5. Comedian Robin Williams has been found dead in Marin County. Tonight, the cause of death is believed to be suicide due to asphyxia, but investigators say more still needs to be looked into before a final determination is made. Good evening, everybody. I'm Pam Moore. Here is what we know right now. A 911 call was made at 11:55 this morning about a body found unconscious and not breathing in a home in Tiburon. Emergency personnel arrived within minutes, declaring 63-year-old Robin Williams dead at 12:02 p.m. The last time that Williams was seen alive was 10 p.m. last night at the home where he lives with his wife, the same home where he was found dead. Williams' wife and press representative both released statements moments ago. They say the actor had been suffering, quote, severe depression of late. Williams' wife, Susan Schneider, says that she is utterly heartbroken and hopes that people will focus on Williams' life and the countless moments of joy and laughter that he gave to millions. Tonight, we have team coverage on the storied career of Robin Williams and the darker times in his life, which he was quite open about. We begin with KRON 4's J.R. Stone. J.R.
Well, Pam, Robin Williams had checked into a rehab facility in the last couple of months, but this was different than previous problems that he had had. He had checked in to maintain his long-term sobriety goals. Now, Robin Williams, who has been in hundreds of movies, including Mrs. Doubtfire and Good Will Hunting, had originally quit using alcohol and cocaine in 1982. He credited this move in his life to the death of his friend John Belushi, who died of an overdose. He also credited fatherhood to this move. Now, in 2006, Robin Williams went back to rehab, checking himself in a facility for alcohol addiction. There was a hope from so many in Hollywood that he would be able to keep his sobriety. This is a man who, before his current marriage, had been through 2 marriages. Divorces had cost him around $20 million in each one. In fact, it was widely reported that Williams's relapse after 20 years of sobriety had lots to do with his second divorce. He has been with Susan Schneider for a few years' time. Now, keep in mind, Williams had heart surgery back in 2009. It was Susan who helped nurse him back to better health. Obviously, this is a breaking story. I'm searching through new details here. As I do get new information, I'll bring it to you here on KRON 4 News. Pam, now back to you.
Well, for decades, Robin Williams entertained us all on the stage, the big screen, on television. CNN's Nichelle Turner takes a look back at the legacy he created.
His high-octane brand of comedy was his trademark public persona, but Robin Williams proved himself an Oscar winner with a strong philanthropic side. Born in 1951, it was in his 20s when Williams was unleashed, first as an American TV star.
Mindy, right where you like, the emotions are coming!
As Mork from the Planet Ork in Mork and Mindy, Williams became a household name. When the series ended after a 4-year run in 1982, he showed he could do more than make people laugh.
My name is T.S. Garp.
What's TS stand for?
Terribly sexy.
The Juilliard-schooled actor unveiled his dramatic side for the first time in 1982's The World According to Garp.
See, I was trained as an actor, so it's not like they have to medicate me.
That serious side earned him Oscar nominations for The Fisher King,
Good morning, Vietnam!
Good Morning Vietnam, and Dead Poets Society.
It's the Golden Dude.
He finally won his only Oscar statue in 1998 for Good Will Hunting.
This one, yes. The other ones were just foreplay. It's extraordinary.
But Williams never stopped being funny, even when the topic seemed serious. He helped launch and co-hosted 8 telethons over 20 years to help the homeless.
Men who sleep with chickens and the women who love them.
Comic Relief earned more than $50 million. And even when he talked about his battles with drugs and alcohol, he talked about it with humor.
You were drunk.
Well, that's nice of you to say that.
He took 2 trips to rehab, the most recent one in 2006, a process he talked about on Larry King Live in 2007.
What happens if people basically start the process of, just saying no and being among others, you know, and learning that you're not alone and working on giving up.
Do you lose your sense of humor in it?
No, you find it. You're with people who have a great sense of humor.
So you're funny there, too?
Oh, yeah, you gotta be.
In 2009, Williams was rushed to the hospital with heart problems, forced to temporarily cancel his one-man show to undergo surgery. He talked about his recovery on The Ellen Show.
You have a heart surgery, and literally they open you up, they crack the box, and you get really vulnerable. You'll be like, a kitten, oh God. Yeah. Oh, it's not even, it's a kitten, all right. And you get very, very emotional about everything, but I think that's in a way a wonderful thing. It really opens you up to everything.
And with a new lease on life, Williams quickly sprang back into action. In 2011, he made his Broadway acting debut, starring in Rajiv Joseph's Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo. That same year, he would marry his third wife, graphic designer Susan Schneider. In 2013, Williams would return to the small screen, starring in the CBS sitcom The Crazy Ones, where he would reunite with his old friend Pam Dauber, better known as Mindy.
Never met anybody as screwy as you. You're like an alien.
From stand-up to sitcoms and beyond, Williams would delight audiences for decades with his wacky humor and joyful energy. He was the definition of full of life, and even now, his comic legend is destined to endure.
Williams was an Academy Award winner, but he was also a Bay Area citizen who contributed much to living as a citizen here. Robin Williams was actually born in Chicago. He moved to the Bay Area as a teenager, living in Woodacre and attending Redwood High School. He described himself as a quiet child who did not overcome his shyness until he became involved with the Redwood Drama Department. After high school, Williams went to Claremont College in Southern California and the Juilliard School in New York, but he remained close to the Bay Area, sharpening his acting skills at the College of Marin. His big break came when he was cast as the alien Mork in the hit television series Happy Days, and that role proved to be so popular that Williams was teamed up later with Pam Dauber in the equally popular Mork and Mindy show, and that show ran from 1978 to 1982. On the phone with us now to talk more about Robin Williams and his ties to the Bay Area, Leah Garchak, who is a columnist with the San Francisco Chronicle. Leah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
It's so good for you to join us during this time. Certainly the Bay Area stunned all of those who've been in touch ever with his work, stunned by this development today. Talk about, we know a lot about his career, but talk about Robin Williams and his relationship to the Bay Area.
Oh, Robin Williams loved the Bay Area. I was just talking actually to Will Thurston, who was talking about how he was Bay Area all the way. He loved off stage, Will said, to talk about politics in a serious way. Politics were exactly what you could imagine from the Bay Area. But that combined passion to do good in the world and caring about all sorts of people with his just brilliant intelligence and incredible wit. When you listen to Robin Williams, you really couldn't get everything he said all at once because it was such a stream of brilliance and illusions and illusions. And but what you did get, he made you feel smarter. He made you feel like you were almost as smart as he was. And that was his kind of gift. I think that's a very Bay Area kind of frame of mind.
A lot of people didn't even realize that he lived here in the Bay Area, but he would often pop up at local comedy clubs and certainly was involved in charities here in the Bay Area.
Oh, he was legendary, actually. For a while, he lived in Seacliff, and he was legendary for giving out huge candy bars for Halloween and amusing all the neighbors and kids. I think they finally had to put traffic stops on Halloween to control the crowds that came when the kids went trick-or-treating at his house. But he was always at a lot of Bay Area events. He often appeared at 142 Rockport in Hill Valley and was kind to everybody.
He was so funny whenever you would see him, but people forget that he also had many dramatic roles throughout his career.
Yes, and I probably think truly that if he was depressed, then that maybe have been, well, it's bad to speculate, I think, but His dramatic roles were, he was heralded, he was nominated for an Oscar, but I think some of his movies didn't exactly wind up being treated with the acclaim that he was used to his comedy career being.
Everyone loved him so much as a comedian. I think that's what really stood out. In fact, Mrs. Doubtfire was filmed here in San Francisco. He really did have so many roots. He did a lot of work with Glide Memorial Church. He just really made a statement.
The choices of serious movies, that movie about, was it Awakening? About the man who had a stroke, really showed where his heart was.
Robin Williams, news of his death today certainly rocking the Bay Area community. Thank you so much, Leah Garchek, for your observations about this, the contributions of this wonderful man to the Bay Area. We have much more on KRON4.com, and we'll have continued coverage on the death of Robin Williams coming up after the break.